Hello. I'm going to take you through some lifting today, okay? So this is actually like my favorite go-to workout if I just like want to feel really strong, empowered, and good. So it's something that I put together with some of my favorite pull moves. So when we say pull, we're thinking about pulling upwards or pulling, okay, when you think about pull. So we're going to be moving in that motion a lot today. When I say pull, I think pull-ups. And so if you do have a pull-up bar, the first exercise is pull-ups. I'm not going to actually show you to do them. I'm going to show you modifications if you don't have a pull-up bar, what you can do, okay? So we're going to warm up really quick, and then you're going to play your own music. You're going to have a whole big set of weights out in front of you. I have a whole bunch of them. This is not going to be a fancy production. It's really just going to be me working out with you, okay? I'm taking you basically into my workout space today. So again, it's not gonna be anything pretty. I'll cue you through things. I'll tell you what we're doing, but otherwise you're working right alongside of me, okay? So I'm facilitating and you're following essentially. You're working out right next to me. We're doing this together. Okay, so let's go ahead and warm up. Rolling the shoulders back, opening up the chest, rolling through the shoulders, because when we do pull movements, we do engage the shoulders. All right, and with the chest and the back. So focus today is back, biceps, and core. You will see your core working because we come down to things like plank. I should have included that there's a little bit of glute work in here because we're going to do things like hinging at the hips, and you're going to squeeze your butt when we do that, okay? Little shrugs, little shoulder rolls, so make it just a little bit smaller, loosening up the joints a little bit, getting some fluid, some juice there, and then a little twist. Palm up, palm down. Anything that you normally do to just kind of warm yourself up. You can do jumping jacks, you can march in place, you can jog around your room. Mostly this is going to be upper body though. I wouldn't worry too much about stretching out the lower, but we will do a little bit of like lunging just to loosen up the ankle, the knee, the hip, okay? Anything that's stiff, just kind of roll through it, get blood flowing in those muscles. All right, just to work through the spine a little bit, and have us go ahead and take a little soft bend in the legs, elbows out to the side. You're going to twist, and then do the other side, twist. So I'm trying to reach this, right, the side up, and then this side. So you can extend those arms too if you want, roll it on up. What else do you need to do? Do it real quick now. I'm going to get out all my weights. I'm going to go heavy today just because I want to, and I'm going to try to, okay? So first exercise is a pull-up. If you have a pull-up bar, you're going to do 6 pull-ups, okay? And if you have an assist, you're going to do 3 pull-ups with one leg, 3 pull-ups with the other. If you have an assist and you have a pull-up bar, you know what I'm talking about. And if you have no clue what I'm saying, don't worry. You probably don't have a pull-up bar. Save that for another day to show you. Okay, so if you have a loop, this is what you're going to do. You're going to balance on one leg and you're going to do a pull down, elbow to the side, 6 on one side, and then 6 on the other, okay? So side profile looks like this, you're balancing, and you're using this right here, pull down. If you don't have a loop, you're going to grab something. These aren't going to be heavy enough. You're going to focus on the movement down, okay? So shoulders are out of your ears. If you don't have a band or a pull-up bar, you're going to come down, slow, 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 up 1, down, slow, 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 up 2. What I want you to focus on is not the shoulder, but your blade in the back there, okay? So I want you to think about retracting, retracting, retracting that muscle in the back, retracting, 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 which just means pull it down towards your midline and let that back muscle do the work, nothing else, okay? So I'm really squeezing my lats. I don't know how many I did, but the goal here is 12 if total, so 6 on each side, okay? Okay. You did your pull-ups, you did your band pull-downs, or you did 12 of those, so we're activated back here, yes? Okay, cool. I'm gonna grab my 15s. We're gonna go renegade row, plank jack. Show you what that looks like. We got 12 reps, so it's gonna be row, row, jack 1, row, row, jack 2, okay? So grab your weights. If you have no weights, you can always just take a hand, jack, okay? We are on our hands and wrists for this, so it's gonna be on your hands and wrists, right? Your shoulders. So if you can't come down to your shoulders, you're gonna skip this move, I guess. All right, you can always go row, row here if you can't come down to your wrists and shoulders, okay? Otherwise, down in a plank, hands on the weights. I go nice and wide with my stance here, okay? And I'm gonna go row, row, in, out, 1. Row, row, in, out, 2. We're going to 12. You count out your 12. Trying not to rock your hips. Tilt your pelvic towards your chin. Weights come straight down underneath the shoulders again. I think I'm halfway. Core is tight. Booty's down. Tilt your pelvic towards your chin. All right, I did my 12. You did 2. We're going to put these 2 moves on repeat, okay? So I'm going to do this with my band, this leg, opposite arm, opposite leg. So if you have a loop, 6 on one side. If you have weights, 6 on one side, or alternating, and you're going nice and slow. Core is tight. If you're on your pull-up bar, you're 6 and then come back. I'm losing track of my counting. Okay, so back to row, row, jack. Your heart rate should be up a little bit. It's okay. All right, so we're gonna repeat this, and then we're going through it one more time, and then we move on to a new set of work, okay? Ready, set, go. Row, row, jack. Pelvic towards your chin, so you're squeezing your butt, keeping your butt out of the air. If you need to rest your wrists, down your knees. Goal is 12. But hey, if you're starting out and this is newer, you choose your rep count. Okay, from the top. Pull-ups, 6. That pull downs, 6 on each side. As I'm going through this with you, if you need to pause me at all and catch up on reps, pause me. I don't expect us to be moving at the same pace, okay? That's basically what I'm saying. All right, keep going. Pull-ups. Or really slow, slow, slow pull shoulder blade towards your spine, working your back. Whew. My shoulders are already feeling it too. Told you, they're gonna help assist us. All right, row, row, jack, and then you're done with those. We will do 2 standing exercises after this, okay? Okay, let's go. Row, row, jack. So on this round, I might come down to my knees for the row, just to give myself a little break. And then do the jack and a plank, and that's okay to do that too. But I'm gonna try to fight that off. I have your accountability here to help me fight that off. needed to. Here, here, up to the toes, jack. See, once I do it once, then I'm like, oh, better. A little pressure off the shoulders. Core is still working, keeping it tight. Try not to rock those hips. Finish off that set and then we're standing, okay? Whew. Stretch it out, roll it out. Whew. Okay. I'm gonna try to stick with my 15s for this next one, okay? We're gonna go bent over row. Squeeze the butt, stand up, upright row. Bent over row. Squeeze the butt as you stand up, upright row. So it's a hinge, row, rise, row. Hinge, row, rise, row. 12 reps. 1, 1, 2, 2. I'm gonna put my 12s nearby just in case. My shoulders have been less than cooperative in upright row, so we're just gonna see how they feel. Okay, 12 reps. Big bend at the hips, a little bend at the knees. Hinge, row, squeeze the shoulder blades together, upright row. Hinge, row, upright row. They feel good today. We'll see how I feel after 3 sets. I actually feel like I could go heavier, so I should be fine by the end of them all. I think this is 10. Squeeze your butt when you stand up, core tight. Okay, one weight goes away. Whew. Staggered stance. Put your hand to your thigh or your elbow to your thigh. I know what, I'm gonna go with 12. Slight bent elbow. Your elbow's gonna come up and lead the way. And now once you're squeezing your shoulder blade towards your midline, if you're feeling it in your shoulder, you need to pull your elbow back a little bit more, okay? So you're engaging your shoulder blade. So, that staggered stance, small bend in the elbow, trying not to open up your hip. Take that elbow up. So it's a fly here, okay? Try not to rock your body. Control the weight. Focus is your back, not your shoulder. 12 on one side, 12 on the other. If what bothers your shoulder, decrease the weight, or no weight, you're gonna squeeze, squeeze, squeeze lower for 12, okay? All right, we're putting that on repeat. It was a perfect weight, so I'm gonna stick with that for now. Hopefully you can see and feel, see what I'm doing, feel it for yourself, okay? It's like this, but you're bent over. Okay, so if you were to take your arms out like this and squeeze your shoulder blades together, that's what it should feel like, except just with one arm. Okay? 15s. Where are you? There they are. Hinge, row, rise, row. 12 reps, toes forward, set, go. Hinge, row, rise, row. Say that to yourself if you need to. Count your reps, 12. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your core. You hear me blowing up my ear. want you feeling this in your lower back. I want you feeling your butt. Make sure you're lifting your body up via your glutes. Okay. Heart rate's coming up because we're working muscles with heavy weights, big resistance, okay? You're gonna feel cardiovascular, right? Like, so my heart rate's up at 140 right now. But when you're lifting weights, you can jack that heart rate up big time. You want to, actually. It's good for you, okay? So, we got a rear delt fly for 12. One arm and then the other. Keep going. You have something like a bench. You can always use that too. Okay. So you just come off of your thigh and come here. Okay? Or a stability ball. Make sure it doesn't roll away from you. Use that wing. That's what you're using right now, your wing, okay? Core tight. Hips down. Okay. One more set of that, okay? Whew. There's actually only 3 more moves after this. We're just gonna keep putting on repeat, and we're still gonna focus on the same muscle, so hopefully your back is feeling it, right? Okay. Hinge, row, rise, row. 12 of them. Ready, set, toes forward, go. Squeeze those blades together, elbows up. So I am still thinking about my back as I row upwards. Not just my shoulders, but my posture, my core, my glutes, my abs pulled in tight. Hike them up like cricket wings, above the rib cage. Squeeze those blades together. Get your shoulders out of your ears on this one, okay? I got one left. Where are you? Okay. All right, I'm gonna go one more set with that 12. I'm gonna try. It's getting really heavy. We're gonna come down to the floor after this. Count out your 12 per side. Oh man, keep going. All right, really focus on that back. This is gonna help you with your posture, right? And make sure you can still see me, okay? Not falling off screen too far. Oh yeah, right there. Okay. I'm gonna use, I don't know, an 8, 10, or a 12. I'm gonna start with a 12. I'm gonna see where I'm at. And then I'll go with 15s or 17 and a half in the second exercise, okay? So first exercise, we're gonna come down. We've done these in class, I think. Down to your elbow in a side plank. You're gonna have the weight in front of you and you're gonna snatch it right up your body. Come back down. Be on your knee if you need to. I'll be up on my toes. Stack your feet if you can. If you can't, top leg is your front leg. Then we're gonna come into a bent over position. You're gonna go curl, row, curl, face outward, right? Sorry, your knuckles and your palms face outward. It's a bicep curl, so from your shoulder, the elbow does not move. You're gonna use your bicep, and then you're gonna row. Bicep, row. What's the difference? First row, we had our hammerheads out. Now we're having our hammerheads out to the side. Before you had your hammerheads forward. Now they're out to the side. That's the difference. You're gonna keep your grip here, 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 here. It's awesome, okay? Okay, we're gonna put that on repeat, 12 reps. So when we come into this plank, it will be 12 reps on one side, 12 reps on the other. You guys, when it's all said and done, you've done 36 reps of it, okay? So if you can, side plank, shoulder underneath the elbow, shoulder over the elbow, weights right here. So it's gonna slide right up my body and come here. I'm going to try to watch the weight, and you saw I was already falling over, so I'm gonna try staggered stance. I'm gonna snatch it up and look, and I'm gonna follow it down to the ground. I'm gonna do this for 12. Squeezing the shoulder blade in the back, right at the top. It's a power move, so you're actually not pulling it, you're really like almost jerking it, okay? Like when we do those clean direct, that presses, similar to that, you're just doing it in a side plank. Come to your knee if you need to. And then switch into the other side. So I'm going to show you from this angle on this side, okay? I think this is my better side. You can see the weight draped straight at my body and then overhead, right at my shoulder height, hopefully. Okay. Finish that off. Like I said, if you need to like pause me or anything, go for it. Whew. Now we're gonna do bent over row, bent over curl, bent over row. I'm gonna try the first set with my 17 and a half since there I go, okay? I might go, yeah, no, actually, I know better, I think. I'm gonna go 15s. I'm not gonna make it past 3 with those. And you know what, if you get 3 reps with your heaviest weight, and then you switch it out, go for it. All right. So big bend at the hips, a little bend at the knee, elbow and shoulder stay in place on the curl, and then we row. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The weight comes up to the rib cage, the bottom of it, between your rib cage and your hip, or the bottom of your rib cage. I'm gonna have to go down on the next set. Right now. I have 2 left. I gotta switch though, I'm gonna sting my body. Whew. Oh, good work, good work, good work. Okay, so I'm gonna stick with my 12s for that one. I'm using 12s on my snatch and 12s on my bent over roll to row. We're gonna do this set 2 more times, and then I've got 1 move at the end for us, okay? Breathe. Get yourself ready. So I know after doing this once, holding myself up on my right shoulder was harder than my left. All right, so I'm gonna stagger my stance, front leg there if you can. It is harder, more challenging to keep your foot there. Okay, try to watch the weight. So turn with the rotation of your torso and look at that weight above you. Let the weight fly high. Keep that oblique up. Stack the shoulder over the elbow. You're stacking the shoulder at the top and you're squeezing your shoulder blades together at the top, okay? When you're done with your 12, go to your other side. Remember what I said, I'm telling you 12 reps, but if you go 8 or 10, that's fine too, okay? Do what works for you, okay? Reach it, press it. Hey, none of these are easy, by the way. Just so you know. If you're like, wow, these are hard, yes. Yes, they are. To put a disclaimer, more challenging workout than what you think. But you can do all this, you just lighten up your resistance. You lighten up the weights and you take the knee modifications, okay? All right, curl, pull. Bicep curl, row. Shoulder blades pull together in the back. I usually only do this one my personal training clients. So essentially that's what you're getting. A little personal training for your thighs and back, mixed with a little core. Can't leave out the shoulders either. All right, I'm slurring my words, you know I'm tired. Back to, one more set. Stay with me. All right, I'm gonna do my good arm first. Trying to think, is this my good arm? All right. Other side. How are you doing? Where are you at? Row press. Woo. Fight for it to the end. I'm running out of steam on these arms. Woo. Right. 2 more moves. Okay, we're gonna finish off our curl row. And then I have one move to do. When we get to the last one, you're gonna get your heaviest weight you have, okay? It might end up, if you have like 8s as your heaviest, you might end up grabbing 2 8s, okay? I have a 35 for the last move, and I sometimes do it with a 50, but I thought I'm gonna try to do it for a minute with you, so picked a little lighter. All right, bent over curl, bent over row, palms forward. Ready? Set, hinge, soft bend at the knees, big bend at the waist. Woohoo, good job, good job, good job. Okay. Find that heavy weight of yours. You have like a weighted plate. Some of you might have plates at home that are heavier than your dumbbells. You can always grab a plate and do this. You just hold it really well side to side. We're going pullovers. Grab a little water quick. And let me time us. 1 minute. you're not done with your set, pause me, and then join me again when you're done with that set, okay? So what you need to do is make sure that you're completely flat on the ground. So what I just did was I tilted my pelvic towards my chin, lifted my butt up a little bit, and then lowered my vertebrae down from my upper back to my tailbone so that I could lay my spine completely down on the ground. My knees are bent, comfortable distance from my butt, comfortable distance knee to knee, okay? I'm gonna take my hands like this, place them underneath the dumbbell head. If you have a plate in your hand, you're gonna grab your plate like this, okay? See that? Your thumbs are gonna be down, and you're gonna hold your plate like this, okay? So, if you have 2 dumbbells in your hands, if they're 8s, you could probably wrap yourself around them like this, otherwise hold it like this. I prefer a grip like this when I'm doing a pullover, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. Hands come here, I wrap my fingers. I press from my elbows upwards, okay? Weights directly over my chest. I'm going to make sure my arms stay straight the whole time, and I'm gonna lower the weight behind my head, and I'm going to pull straight up over my chest again. I'm not going to my hips, I'm going over the midline of my chest, okay? So, let me hit the timer, and we'll go. That was your practice. We have 1 minute, and let's go through this a couple times, okay? Ready, set, go. All right, so it's straight arms to the chest. Let it hang behind you. It doesn't actually tap the ground. You're going to use your back muscles, keeping your abs tight, to reach back and pull. You're going to feel your lats engage, your wings that you already worked. They should be tired and fatigued. And we're just going to come from overhead to chest. Pull over. Get it? You're pulling this over. The heavier you go, the more you feel it. Okay? Pick a weight that works for you. You've got 20 seconds left here. I don't know how many reps that ends up being, but at least 10. Exhale on the way up. All right, and the timer, of course, stop me. Go ahead and lower it down. Woo. Make sure there's nothing behind you. It was time. We're gonna do it again. So rest for a second. Maybe do some crunches for a second. That'd be a good idea, right? All right, and we go again in 5, 4, 3, 2, grab your weight. Pull over. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Blow out that air, keep your core tight, keep your lower back to the ground. If you're straining in your shoulders, start concentrating on your back muscles and get your shoulders out of your ears. There is no reason to be shrugging them into your ears. Use your back muscles. The ones adjacent to your back, to your armpits, right? Right behind your armpits, you got those muscles. Use those. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, keep going. Check the clock, 20 seconds. Okay. This is one of my favorite exercises. Usually when I do this with people, again, like in training, or this is their favorite as well. They love it. It's a great way to work your back. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. You can gently lower the weight to your chest as long as it doesn't crush you, right? Okay. Get that off to the side. Rock yourself up to sit. Let's stretch out our back and our biceps, okay? A little bit of our shoulders. If you want to go through that one more time, set a timer and do it one more time. Like that was, a 35, but I'm pretty sure I did at least 20 reps of it. So keep going if you want to. If you had lighter weights and you're like, I'm not feeling it yet, keep going. Otherwise, drop your shoulder out of your ear, take your arm across, get that bicep and shoulder and your back, right, stretched out. This workout's available to you anytime. There is no music. It is your bonus lifting workout. You don't feel like what we're doing that day. If we're doing cardio and you're like, I don't feel like it. You want to work your back and biceps and shoulders and work on that posture. This is the workout for that, okay? If you're trying to work on your backside, and building your back so that you have that better posture. This is the one, okay? All right, arch forward, open up the shoulders. They're challenging moves, they're great moves. I have more like this that I'll put together for us. If you really like lifting, you like this, basically. All right, reach your fingers out to the side and just take your ear towards your shoulder. Roll your chin down, release that shoulder, and then do the other side. Ear to the shoulder. And come back to this workout anytime you want, right? If you want the paper copy of this so you can track the weights, if you're like, I really like this workout, I'm gonna do it again and again, and I wanna track my weights and see how far I can go, then I can always send you this workout. You can print it out and put your weights alongside of it, put the date at the top and what weights you used, and then each week, or each time you do it, you just track it, okay? This is one I've done multiple times, I love it, so hopefully you did too. Thanks for stopping in and trying it. Let me know what you think. Just send me those swells right here, and have a good day. Bye, guys.